have to get some coffee. Did you go to that Starbucks right down the street here?
It's about 2 hours old. No.
What is it?
Upset. I had to have my Starbucks.
Oh.
So technically we were late.
Oh, yeah, there's one just down the road here.
Hey, sorry for the late start, folks.
Yeah,
A little technical difficulties here.
Didn't want to have to leave.
Unfortunately, I have to report to you that
Hour early because we.
Whatcom came out and caught us standing flat-footed,
Well, it's a popular.
beat our goalkeeper, and scored a goal in the opening seconds of the match, so we're down 1-0. Not quite the start that we had looked for. For those of you just joining, Whatcom Rangers 1, Harbor 0 in the opening seconds. Whatcom found us standing still and put one in behind us. And a dangerous ball in the 18. Looks like Whatcom's gonna challenge us again for another scoring opportunity. It's been the all Whatcom show so far this morning or this afternoon. A crossing ball in to an offsides player for a free kick. Harbor.
Mike, can you hear me? Well, how else am I going to be popular?
He just wants to be with the cool guys.
We can pretend. In fact, I don't think with you.
Inbound throw on the far sideline for Whatcom. Long looping throw by Whatcom. Harbor now working, loses possession. AJ steps up, intercepts, challenges 50-50, and Whatcom moves the ball back into Harbor territory. Harbor's having a hard time directing the ball with intention. Definitely needing to figure out their footing here, so to speak. And Harbor now with possession up into Whatcom territory. It's going to run out for a corner kick for Harbor. Sorry for the lighting, folks. For some reason the camera's compensating quite heavily for the light sky, but we have a corner kick, Harbor. Alicia to take. Inbound low ball. Plays off the post. Out for a goal kick. Not much of a threat on that opportunity by Harbor. Ball knocked into the center midfield. Kylie knocks it forward into the defense of Whatcom. And now we have a battle for possession in the midfield. Whatcom moves it up the right-hand side, but it runs out long for a Harbor throw near midfield.
That was their excuse.
Inbound throw by Megan. Over the head of Reese to a Whatcom foot. Whatcom with possession. Alicia bangs it off a Whatcom player out for a Harbor throw. About 38 yards on the far sideline, Harbor offensive zone. A long inbound throw by Megan up the sideline, where Whatcom runs up, Reese runs in, attempts to win possession, does, plays it off the foot of a Whatcom player out for a Harbor throw on the far sideline. for those of you who just joined us, Whatcom on the opening kick got the ball in deep behind our defense, beat our goalkeeper and scored. 1-0 Whatcom in the early seconds of the game. That's where we stand now. Kylie plays it out wide and attempts to Alicia, falls short, lands at Whatcom's foot. Now Alicia and a Whatcom player battling for possession, gets double teamed and stripped of the ball, and Whatcom moves it up long, where it's going to run in for an easy handle by Caitlin. A high punt, hangs in the wind, not much distance on that one. Hannah knocks it back to Avalon, Avalon to Sydney, and Sydney back to Avalon, and we've got a bit of a tennis match going. Harbor can't seem to lock down possession of the ball for any quality time here, but we're hopeful. Shewin with the inbound throw to Kat. Kat turns, and it's going to run off of her body, and we have no assistant referee on this sideline. It may have been out. However, difficult to call by a centerman. Play continues. Shewin knocks the ball up into midfield. Nobody there to corral it for Harbor. And Whatcom fires it down into the 18, handled easily by Caitlin. Caitlin's punts are hanging up in the wind here. There's a bit of a breeze from my back out across the field at an angle towards our net. Kat with the ball up. Gets past the defense and past AJ. He's going to run in long. Whatcom deals with it. Now Hannah steps up with a big touch, knocks it forward to AJ. AJ with a light touch out to Hannah. Hannah now working the ball, tries to cross it where Sid settles. Sydney centers it off Alicia's foot and wide. That's going to run out for a Whatcom possession. Whatcom working the ball back in towards center midfield and up. Across midfield, launches. I believe she would have been called offsides had that ball gotten through. It looked like it would have been. So now AJ had an opportunity at the top of the 18, getting double teamed. Shoots right at the keeper. Save. First on frame opportunity by Harbor this game. Hannah heads the ball down off the Whatcom player, wins possession up to Sid. Sid knocks it out wide where nobody from Harbor was there, but Kat ends up on the ball, knocks it up in an attempt to get a long one up for AJ, but that's going to run out long for a goal kick. The score is 1-0 Whatcom. Again, on a very early goal, just seconds into the match. Behind the D, behind the goalkeeper, and in really early. Goal kick Whatcom to be taken by one of the defensive backs. A nicely driven ball directly up through the center of field. Whatcom works the ball past midfield into their offensive zone and smooth up the sideline. Speed around the back. Caitlin comes out to handle. Effective. Caitlin with a punt. Again, kicking somewhat into the wind. It seems to have lightened up a little bit, but she still gets it up high. Sid flicks it. AJ then flicks it back to the Whatcom defense, where they knock it forward and over the defensive head of Megan. And now we're playing on the wrong side of defense with a shot on frame out wide. Sorry, not on frame. Shot wide to Caitlin's left. No threat on goal. Goal kick, Caitlin to be taken on the far side of her 6. Low driven ball, center midfield, off of Sydney's chest. She knocks it back to Megan, overruns Megan. Megan knocks it back in to keep. Caitlin fires it up towards the sideline to Alicia, and that's going to run out for a Harbor throw off of the chest of a Whatcom player. Inbound throw by Megan, in through center midfield where Hannah knocks it up forward. AJ tucks around, wins possession, plays it off the foot of the Whatcom player, and ball careens around and out to Alicia. Alicia on the far sideline, looking to cross the ball. Nope, shoots it. Near post, no threat, not on frame. Goal kick, Whatcom. Goal kick, long driven ball, out far center field. Whatcom wins possession, plays it forward. Megan intercepts, knocks it up the left-hand side, and that's going to run out for a Whatcom throw deep in their own defensive territory on the far sideline. It's a quiet game. Not much chat going on the field. Carver is a little deflated after the early goal, and we've just kind of succumbed to a ho-hum attitude here at this point. Hopefully creating here. Kat steps in the midfield on a good turn, moves the ball out wide to Alicia. Good work moving the ball laterally. Alicia drives it back into mid-center area. Knocks it back. Hannah tries to play it up into the 18 for AJ, but it's intercepted by the defense. Hannah's looking to get that ball out wide to E. E flicks in. Sid and Reese working it, and that ball's headed right towards us. Going to fall short where Shewin will play it. Gets a step around. Knocks the ball up to Kat. Kat settles it and plays it right back into Shewin. Shewin and Hannah working. Gets stripped by Whatcom. Hannah steps back in and gains possession. Chips it out to Alicia, but leaves it slight behind her. Alicia chases it, saves it at the sideline, knocks it back into the center of the field, but Whatcom then intercepts and starts to move the ball in the other direction. It's played out off of Kylie's foot out of bounds for a Whatcom throw. About 30 yards on the far sideline of Whatcom offensive territory. Long inbound throw to the top of the 18 on the far side, where it's played around by Harbor. Megan knocks it up the sideline to the foot of a Whatcom player, and it's directed out of bounds off a Whatcom player for a Harbor throw on the far sideline, about 25 yards. Megan with liberties up to the 30. Took a few yards on the sideline for the throw, and now Harbor's working the ball. Long one up. AJ running on to the top right of the 18, takes a touch in, crosses and shoots. Very good shot, very good opportunity, but she just skips it off the crossbar.
Nice run, kid.
Another opportunity for Harbor. Good look by AJ. Just high. Skipped off the crossbar and out for a goal kick. Whatcom, low, lining goal kick. Plays down off of Reese, out to Alicia. Alicia controlling possession. Gets it stripped from behind, knocked up to her. Another Whatcom player. Kylie steps in and shanks a kick out of bounds on the far sideline at midfield for a Whatcom throw. Whatcom, long, powerful inbound throw, skips off the wrong side of Avalon, and that's going to run out for a goal kick. Harbor, and a strong challenge in the 18. Caitlin goal kick, far side of 6, into a slight breeze, low, off the toe of a Whatcom player, down to Hannah. Hannah knocks one long up through, where Reese tries to play it down off her foot. It runs away from her a bit. And now we have a ticky-tack battle for possession in midfield played out by Whatcom for a Harbor throw. About 30 yards, defensive end of Harbor. Megan to take, short inbound to Sydney. Sydney drops it, knocks it back to Megan, and Megan plays a long ball up through middle center field, where AJ steps up, takes possession, and knocks it back to Hannah, and then Hannah looking to get a ball up to Kat here on the near sideline, but it doesn't have the flight. Intercepted by Whatcom, and now Harbor with possession again, working the ball laterally. Reese into the 18. Good opportunity for Harbor, nothing to come of it. Played out by the defense of Whatcom to center midfield, where Avalon settles it, knocks it forward. Hannah then takes the ball off the Whatcom foot, moves it up to Alicia. Alicia back to Hannah, and Hannah knocks the ball on, where the ball's in the 18, being played back to Harbor defense. Schwinn to Hannah. Hannah out wide, looking to get it to Alicia. Nice. Alicia with a nice protection, turns, tucks, and lets the ball run past outside, crosses into the 18. Flicked. And a good defensive battle by Whatcom. Avalon steps, controls the ball at center midfield. In a bit of a possession battle, light pass back to Kai. Kai knocks it up in an attempt to Hannah. Hannah has to come in and take the ball from behind, and now we have a battle out of bounds for a Harbor throw. Inbound throw by Kat up the sideline to AJ. AJ works the ball up, out of bounds off of Whatcom. Another Harbor throw deeper in Whatcom defensive territory. The inbound throw. AJ plays it back towards center off of a Whatcom foot. Falls back, plays out of bounds for another Harbor throw. Harbor inbound throw. Going to be missed by all, out for a goal kick. No threat on the throw. Goal kick Whatcom on the near side 6. Again taken by a defensive back. Driven through center midfield. Off of Avalon's head. Megan then thrusts it forward, where it plays back by Whatcom to Schwinn. Schwinn knocks the ball up the sideline to Kat. Too far, too long. Out of bounds for a Whatcom throw on the near sideline. Inbound throw off of Kat's head. Back to Schwinn. Schwinn battling for it. Av tries to chip it forward. It falls off of a Whatcom player in a preferable direction for Whatcom, and now we have a bit of a battle out wide. Kat steps in, intercepts, and knocks the ball out of bounds for a Whatcom throw deep in Harbor defensive territory. Goal kick Harbor taken by Kylie. Whatcom wins possession. Whatcom possessing, moves the ball up through the 18, out wide. Running to saved at the far sideline by Whatcom. Crossing ball into the 18, whiffed by two Harbor players. Sydney carries it, pressure from behind, knocks it forward to Reese. Reese to AJ with a nice touch. Gonna put Reese, ooh, nice try to get. Alicia now possession outside, gets stripped by Whatcom. Played off of Alicia by Whatcom, out of bounds for a Whatcom throw on the far sideline. Short inbound throw, Whatcom. Lost possession, Hannah now in control, knocks it back to Megan. Megan looks to play a long ball through center midfield. Whatcom wins that. Have a bit of a possession battle, and then Whatcom now moving the ball forward. knocks it in deep, running into the 18, where it'll be handled easily by Caitlin. Caitlin with a moderate punt this time, skips off Sydney's head. AJ battling, loses possession, and it's knocked on long. Avalon plays it down off her shoulder, and it's going to come right here for us. Saved by Kat at the sideline. Knocked up by Shuen to Sydney, over to Hannah. Out wide to Alicia, far sideline, midfield. And again, battled back by Whatcom. Avalon kicks it off the Whatcom player, it falls back. Shuen now. Sydney with a chip shot, back here to the near sideline. Kat back to Shuen. Shuen looking to play it short, back to Kat. Deflected off of the leg of a Whatcom player, out of bounds for harbor throw on the near sideline. Shuen steps up with a long looping inbound throw. Plays off of Whatcom, out for a harbor throw. Cap the inbound throw. Looping in. Sydney now. Ball batted out by Whatcom over the defensive head of Kylie. Kylie has to play it back to a goalkeeper in the 18. Plays a bit of a wide one. Caitlin has to run out and swing that one. Whatcom now with possession, knocks it forward to an empty space. Shuen looks to get it to Kat. Kat now being challenged. Whatcom turns, moves the ball forward, knocks it way down deep down the sideline, out for a harbor throw. Shuen with the inbound throw to AJ. AJ battling for possession, knocks it forward over Reese's head, back in the center midfield. Whatcom now in possession. Whatcom plays it up. Megan steps in, intercepts. Hannah now with the ball at her foot, out to Alicia. Alicia turning, moving the ball outside, knocks it up. Too big, into the 18. Goalkeeper elects to just fire that one. Long, out of bounds near midfield on the far sideline. Harbor subbing. Shuen out, Danye in, Kat out, Poppy in, AJ out, Ashlyn in, Reese out, Brooke in. Whatcom fires the ball up the far sideline, out of bounds for a harbor throw at midfield. Megan to take. Megan inbound over Hannah. Hannah skips it off her head forward. Now Harbor with the ball. Sydney looking out to get Poppy wide. Poppy out at the top of the 18. Takes a shot. Not much on that. Wasn't contested much. Probably should have looked to draw that one in a little bit and threaten the goalkeeper one-on-one. But yet an opportunity for Harbor. Maybe we could capitalize on one of them here. Out of bounds. Referee signals for a Whatcom throw. Consensus seems to think that it should be going the other way. We'll see what happens. The opposing coach seems to think that it's Harbor's as well. And we're going to go the other way. Long inbound throw. Kylie with a slide tackle. She's going to get called for a foul. Whatcom with a free kick at about 25 yards, way out wide on the far sideline. Harbor setting up defense deep in the 18. Long ball driven in. Kylie heads it back out right in the direction where the kick was taken. And the same individual that took the kick knocks the ball right back into play. Has it at her foot again. Top of the 18. Whatcom with a low shot on frame. Relatively easy save and handled by Caitlin. Caitlin with a shank kick, short. Things just not looking real good for Harbor this day. Foul called, Whatcom grabbing the arm on Hannah. Free kick Harbor to be taken by Megan, 40 yards. Far side of the field, Megan quick, long up the middle, over Ashland's head. It's going to roll into the top of the 18 where the keeper didn't come out to do anything with it. Defense plays it out for a Harbor throw on the near sideline deep in Whatcom defensive territory. Ball played out of bounds on the ensuing throw played out for a goal kick. Goal kick, long, low driven ball. Hannah steps in with a quick foot. Unfortunately, it deflects out of bounds for a Whatcom throw on the near sideline, about 35 yards in their own defensive zone. Ball played forward. Danye off her abdomen, knocks it forward. Ashland trying to run in and under. Heads it lightly. Off the defense, back to Hannah's foot, into Brooke. Brooke off the chest, turns, fires it out to Alicia. Alicia with a low, wide shot, nothing on it. Gonna play out for a goal kick. Low goal kick. Line driven center midfield. Whatcom has the wind to their back. Ball played through by Alicia. Sydney shoots, and a beautiful diving save by the goalkeeper out for a corner kick. Arguably the best opportunity yet for Harbor. Probably going to bend wide, but nonetheless the keeper made a great diving save at her right side post, deflecting the ball out of bounds for a corner kick, where Alicia will take on the far side. Wind coming from behind the goal. Alicia taking with a right foot behind everybody. Danye runs out, settles it, looking to get it right back in the mixer. Does. Nobody there to do anything with it, and now Whatcom looking to break it up the sideline the other way. And a long coming through, and we have a foot race where Megan shepherds the ball. Caitlin comes out and handles. A reasonable threat by Whatcom on that play. And Caitlin once again off the outside of her foot, shanking the ball. Hasn't had much of a good kick to date here. And Megan with an errant play gets beat. Whatcom now running in behind. The shot off of Hannah's deflection out for a corner kick. Whatcom. Corner kick, Whatcom on the far side. Wind blowing from right to left across the frame. Good ball across, high. Caitlin with one hand plays it out to the top of the 6 where it's batted by the foot of a Whatcom player. Out. Referee's calling a deflection.
Ref, that was a clear volley from her left foot at the penalty spot. Nobody else touched it.
And as you can hear, there's some contention in the belief of parents on the sideline.
Who did it tip off of?
Another corner kick in. Caitlin with a two-handed punch gets headed right back into the mix. And now Sydney with the ball. We got some speed. Harbor on a break. Got Whatcom with not much going. If we can do something with it, Ashland up the sideline, plays it off the Whatcom defense. Lost our momentum and Whatcom recovers. It's out for a goal kick. Correction, it's out of bounds for a Harbor throw. It's a Harbor throw on the near sideline here. Unfortunately, you can't see it. Looks like it played out of bounds again for another Harbor throw. Ball in the 18. Sydney fires it over towards Alicia. Alicia with a nice little chip effort, hooking it back inside onto the goal. Unfortunately, it's just wide right. Wide right on the shooter's right. Out for a goal kick, Whatcom. Goal kick, Whatcom to their own player back, and now we're moving forward here. Favorable play for Whatcom. Lots of speed, taking up the sideline to the edge of the 18. Avalon plays it short. Avalon in a nice strong battle on the near sideline, deep in Harbor defensive territory, where it played out for a Whatcom throw, inbound off of Donye's foot, right back to the throw player, into the near post where it's handled by Caitlin. And Caitlin finally gets a hold of one of her punts. One hops it across center midfield, headed on by Ashlyn. Ashlyn now battling for it, loses possession. Whatcom moving the other way. Up the right-hand side, held onside by our center backs. Crossing ball, high, looping ball in. Good take. A little bit more wind, that might have just dropped in the back post. But it doesn't. It's out long for a goal kick, Harbor. Kylie stepping in to take these goal kicks for us. On the far side, 6. Kylie with a nice ball up in direction of Hannah and Alicia. Alicia settles it to Hannah. Hannah back out to Alicia. Megan on an overlapping run. Alicia knocks the ball up. Too many legs for Megan to be able to get there. Played up the sideline again by Whatcom. Whatcom looks to cross the ball. Hannah steps in and gets a deflection. Alicia loses possession to Whatcom. Whatcom knocks the ball forward. Kylie fires it out of bounds for a throw. Whatcom, far side. Inbound throw, Whatcom. The referee sees a foul. Harbor allows the play to ensue, and then the player goes down. He calls it back, issuing the foul. Free kick, Whatcom. At about 27, 28 yards in the Harbor defensive zone, wide on the right-hand side. Long ball in to Caitlin's left post. Not on frame, no threat, out for a goal kick, Harbor. Sorry for all the jitters, folks. I'm trying to get my tripod to move more smoothly here. It's so damn cold out that even the grease, I think, is freezing. Kylie with the goal kick. Nice looping high ball. Careens off the Whatcom head. Schwinn steps in and knocks the ball up through center midfield. Whatcom now in possession, plays it forward. Donye settles it, knocks it out here. Poppy to run on, puts a long ball up through the sideline, where it's played out by the center back for a Harbor throw on the near sideline. About halfway up the Harbor zone, inbound by Danye. It's stepped and intercepted by the outside back. Played out of bounds by Whatcom for a Harbor throw. The light rain that we dealt with has ceased for a moment. Umbrellas are down. Maybe we'll have a little bit better unimpeded view of the sideline here. It's deflected off of Harbor, out for a Whatcom throw deep in their own defensive territory. For those of you that don't know or joined late here, Whatcom on the opening kickoff took the ball down and within seconds found the back of the net. It's 1-0 Whatcom. Has been 1-0 Whatcom. The ball running long. Skip past Kylie. Caitlin steps up and takes. Knocks the ball up. Whatcom, open foot, right back up to their forward. Megan intercepts, takes possession, moves it out the far sideline. Tries to knock it up the sideline, out of bounds. Whatcom throw. Whatcom, far sideline throw, shy of midfield. Ball long through, gets behind the defense, and we have another great opportunity here by Whatcom. Weak shot right on frame, right to Caitlin. Lucky for us, our defense has been very porous this day. We're lucky to have dodged that bullet along with a couple of others. Unfortunately, the first one we didn't. Gonna have to hope that we can shore up our defensive core at halftime and get ourselves in a little bit better position, maybe. Out of bounds on the near sideline for a Whatcom throw. Poppy steps in, battles for it. Gets her elbow up in the neck. Called for a foul.
Ref, you gonna call that all game or just gonna start now?
Free kick, Whatcom. Long ball through. Skips off Kylie's head into the 18. Caitlin out to handle. A lot of misjudged position on the ball today. A lot of things getting in behind us that unfortunately don't bode well for us. Brooke with the ball, knocks it back to Shuen. Shuen filling a midfield position in relief for Hannah. Out wide to Alicia. Alicia battling, holds the ball in on the far sideline, knocks it back. Megan oversteps, and now Whatcom breaking out. Nice step to cut in behind the defense. Another ball into the 18 behind our defense. And a shot on frame. Easy save at the near post for Caitlin, but just another example of balls getting deep in behind our defense. Caitlin with a nice looping punt. Halftime. I'm going to pause this video and get back with you at the start of the second half, so the video will stop. We'll see you in a few minutes.